Hi ADHD friends, ready to become Gutsy Cooks? Let's start now. Hi Gutsy Cooks. Today we're going to be making shredded beef sandwiches. This recipe was my grandma Lorraine's, God rest her soul. And when I made these this winter, it has been just like having her right here in the kitchen with me. Very few ingredients, delicious for parties, or if you just need a hearty meal to curl up with on a cold winter's night. Let's get started. Gather your equipment and ingredients. The equipment for this recipe is a deep 13 by 9 baking dish, little bowls for measuring out ingredients, a cutting board, a chef's knife, a liquid measuring cup, and some foil. The ingredients are 2 medium yellow onions. I like to use sweet Vidalia onions. A 3-pound beef bottom round roast is what I use, and you'll see why when we get to the get ready and combine sections. 1 cup of Coca-Cola, or maybe a little bit more, but at least just have a can of Coke ready. 1 bottle of ketchup, a 20-ounce bottle. 1 tablespoon of garlic salt, and sandwich buns. If you're going to make big sandwiches, you're going to want hamburger buns, or these can be great on Hawaiian rolls too, especially if you're putting out a party platter. Get ready. Preheat the oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Measure the garlic salt into a little bowl. You never want to measure salt over the dish you're cooking. Measure the Coca-Cola into a liquid measuring cup. That's 1 cup of Coke. But keep the rest of that can. Don't drink it. Keep it to the side until you're finished with the combining step. And then slice your onions. You're going to cut them in half so that you then have a flat surface, and then you're going to slice them. And please see the picture if you're not sure the difference between slice and chop. Combine. Place the onions on the bottom of the pan. Place the beef on top of the onions with the fat side up. That is that white, thick pad, not the absorption pad from the package, but the actual fat that's attached to the roast. Third, sprinkle with the garlic salt. You may want to take your hand or a spoon and rub it in really nice. Then you're going to pour the Coke around the edges of the baking dish on top of the onions. Next, cover the beef with ketchup and spread evenly over top. So I go ahead and take off the lid and get all that ketchup out. At the end, when it's hard to get the rest of the ketchup out, just put a couple tablespoons of water in there and put the lid back on, and then shake the ketchup bottle really well, and you can go ahead and put that on top too, and spread it over the top of the roast. Cover the entire dish with foil, and then we're going to move on to the next step, putting it in the oven. Heat. The Coke, the garlic salt, the ketchup, and the beef drippings are all going to make this very luscious sauce after it's finished slow cooking. Bake for 4 hours. Set a timer or 2 timers, maybe 1 in the kitchen and 1 on your phone. You do not want to forget that this is in the oven. That is the most important thing. After the 4 hours of baking time, remove the dish from the oven and let it cool in the pan for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, remove the foil, and you're going to put the piece of beef onto the cutting board. Then shred the beef with 2 forks. The reason you remove it from the pan is because the sauce in there is still going to be hot. There's some hot beef fat in there, and you don't want to take any risk on being burned. Once you've shredded the beef, put it back in the dish and mix the beef together with the onions and the sauce that's already in the dish. Extra fancy. Serve the beef and the buns separately, or you can put them together and put them on a serving platter. Some great sides for this dish are coleslaw or a macaroni salad. And it has been known to happen that some people like to eat the coleslaw on the sandwich. Quite a few gentlemen in my family do that.
Careful.
As I mentioned before, please be extra cautious when removing the foil. There will be steam, and steam burns are painful, and please remove the beef from the dish to shred it.
I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as we did making it. Thank you for your time and attention. Now go get gutsy, and if you like this video, consider subscribing.